Hi, Honey Bear. This batch smells amazing.
Well, hello there, honeybee. I'm still searching for the very best blooms.
I can help. I know where to find the best flowers. Bzzz.
See you soon.
Today, we're making miniature clay bees. Last month, our Patreon art mail theme was about honeybees and baking because I wanted to make art that evokes warmth, comfort, and healing, especially during a time when those things can feel harder to come by in the world. If you follow the same steps as me, you'll need the following materials. As usual, I'm starting with a rough sketch of what I want it to look like, so I can anticipate the shapes and colors we'll need. I do this even with seemingly simple designs because sometimes the simplest things can be the trickiest to make, whether it's because you can't hide imperfections behind much fluff or because it takes more effort to paint the details on later. For the body of the bee, we're starting with a round ball of yellow clay. From there, turn it into a slightly longer bean shape. The top half will eventually be the head and the bottom half will be the body of the bee. For the stinger, create a very small cone shape. This is one of the shapes I mentioned in my Must Know Shapes video, so if you think that might be helpful, feel free to check it out. Attach the stinger to the bottom of the bee's body. For the eyes, cut 2 equal round pieces of black clay. I'm cutting more than 2 here because I made more than one bee for my clay tier patrons. If my fingers look a little green here, that's because I have a sun catcher on my window and the green part of the rainbow has landed on my hand. Don't forget to roll a thin black line for the mouth, or you can paint it on later after baking. For the wings, start with a flat, round coin or pancake shape. Flatten one edge of the circle and then lightly press indentations going from the center of the circle to the flattened edge. Be sure not to slice all the way through the clay, but rather create a light line on both sides. Attach the flat edge of the wings to the body of the bee. For the bee's antennas, I'm bending crafting wire into a tiny candy cane shape. Alternatively, you can use metal paper clips as long as it's fully metal and not coated in plastic. We're baking our clay in the oven at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for approximately 15 minutes. After cooling, we're painting black stripes around the bee. You can decide how many stripes you want and how thick you want them to be. I found this part to be a little daunting for my not naturally steady hands, so if you look carefully, you'll see that I made little dots all around the bee as a guide for where I want to place the stripes. Hopefully that'll be helpful for you too. And that is how we made our little flying honeybee. Most of the bees I made have already flown with gifts of honey to our clay tier patrons. If you'd also like art mail that is exclusive to Patreon and for that month only, feel free to check it out. It's made super special as a thank you to those who help keep an indie artist like me afloat. I'm hoping to make a few more clay bees for a spring shop update and an upcoming convention. With spring around the corner, feel free to let me know what other spring or summer creatures you'd like to see us make here. I can't wait to see what you create too. Till next time! Great. Okay, and then I go, I can help. I know where to find the best flowers.
See you soon.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bzzz.